Happy Madaraka Day. 64th Madaraka Day was celebrated today all over the country. How are you doing this evening, Daddy Martin Githinji right here on the Now Report. TV47, ambapo stories zetu ziko. Story ni yetu. Na by the way, leo stories zimekuwa mingi sana. Wacha nikuambie. Lakini tutaingia tu pole pole, mdogo mdogo. Hakuna mbio. Ndio tumeanza wiki, Kwa hivyo usikuja na fujo mingi sana. Anyway, all right. So today history has officially been made in Wajir County. For the first time, tangu independence, imagine, Wajir hosted the National Madaraka Day celebrations. Basically, kuambia mapia Kenya, history ni yetu pia. Silimwambia story mob. Thousands of residents and guests wali pull up to the brand new 10,000-seater Wajir Stadium to mark 64 years of self-rule. President William Ruto led the celebrations under the theme Education, Skills, and the Future. Now, Wajir elders said, when the president comes, we don't do small things. Now, wali proceed kumu gift not one, not two, not three, but 100 camels. At this point, najua State House is probably wondering kama wataongeza parking ya ngamia, because hiyo ni fleet management ya another level kabisa. And especially vile ngamia, by the way, inakuwaga treasured na watu wa Wajir. Moja nasikia ni kama so ama so mbili, kwa hivyo anyway, wacha niacha kupiga hesabu, nitajidepress mimi mwenyewe. But Governor Ahmed Abdullahi was in full proud host mode, showing love for the national spotlight, but also politely reminding everyone that Wajir imepigwa blue ticks for way too long historically. And to his credit, President Ruto met the moment with a rare public apology of a past marginalization, promising that the ignored region's era is officially over. Meanwhile, Wajir town inaenda kupiga glow up ingine hatari with new street lights, improved water systems, and airport upgrades, all screaming progress loading. In short, Madaraka Day this year wasn't just a ceremony. Ilikuwa a whole reset button for the region. Wajir said, sio mchezo. And honestly, we all felt that.
Once again, Your Excellency, on behalf of the people of Wajir, thank you. Asante sana. And as we say here, Mahat Sanit. Your Excellency, when you honor someone in our culture, and the highest honor is given to kings, Your Excellency, the community for the king contributes 100 camel. The elders of Wajir have said that you are our king, and they will give you 100 camel to be delivered by them at a place of your choice.
Nataka niwashukuru ndugu zangu watu wa Wajir. Sijawahi kutoa machozi kwa mkutano wa madaraka, lakini leo imekuwa tofauti. And I feel you. I feel this moment. And I feel the people of Northern Kenya. And I want to assure you that from now going forward, we are going to walk together, shoulder to shoulder, as one people, one nation with a common destiny. Asanteni sana. Mungu wabariki, ninawapenda sana, na Mungu wabariki taifa letu la Kenya. Thank you very much.
Honestly, I totally and completely understand vile the residents of Wajir wana feel. Kwa sababu as a child growing, namaanisha growing, siku glow. As a child growing up in Isiolo, Kuna vitu tulikuwa tunaonea tu kwa TV kama this Madaraka Day, all national celebrations. And we always wish siku moja tu either tuende huko ama ikuje huku. It has happened for the people of Wajir this year. And of course with the 47 counties, tutapiga raundi kila mahali. And I'm glad that this was started, especially with the new constitution. It insists hizi ndizo vitu zinafaa kuwa happen, because I mean we are devolved after all. All right, hey glow, hey. Aya, tuendele. An 82-year-old man from Namirembe village in Kanduyi constituency, Bungoma County, has made the inspiring decision kurudi shule, kupasu computer studies. Hey, this is decades after I miss out on the initial digital revolution. Now, this determined octogenarian has enrolled in classes to finally bridge the technological gap and master modern digital devices. Kwa sababu wamesema, yo, mimi nishindo na TikTok can never be me. As reported by Wanji Sostin, the elder student has made it clear that he has absolutely no intention of seeking employment after completing his coursework. Instead, amesema he is dedicating his time to learn solely to empower himself, enhance his daily communication, and navigate today's digital world independently.
Uzinduzi wa kituo hiki kwa hisani ya mwakilishi wadi wa
serikali mambo ya kompyuta. Hapa awali sikuwa na kupata mambo ya kompyuta. Sasa hii kompyuta itanisaidia kufanya kazi yangu ingawaje umri wa miaka yangu imeendelea. Nitafuti kazi ya mtu ataniajiri.
Lengo kubwa kwamba tunataka kusaidia vijana wetu, kwa sababu wengi walikuwa naenda mpaka town kwa access internet, but right now you can access it from here. Nini inafanyika kwa ulimwengu? Hiyo mzee ndiye alikuwa number 1 hapa kuregister. So in fact amekuwa akiuliza mtafungua lini.
Makofi kwa mzee. I mean, I know just the other day as well. Personal story, mamangu pia alianza kujifunza AI. And it's good to see this. Unajua, Gen Z kuna wale sasa wanakasirika kwa sababu ndio kazi wazazi wao wanataka wawafunze. Unasikia, wewe siku hizi hata unipigiangi simu na nataka ukuje kunifunza streak ni nini? Unajua streak kuna ingine, sasa kuna ile streak sasa ile ya Snapchat. Hey, wacha tu. Watu wasome ili waweze kujenua, kudouble tap. Sio rahisi. Anyway, thousands of Kenyans took to the streets of Nairobi's Central Business District today, marching through Kimathi Street and major roads to demand urgent government action against an alarming rise in gender-based violence, femicide, and infanticide. The demonstrators, organized or joined by the human rights organizations and notable figures, including former Chief Justice David Maraga, walimarch na coffins na placards ku urge President William Ruto officially declare that femicide ni national crisis. Hii mobilization will follow a series of recent brutal murders across the country, including a local singer ambaye alikuwa doused in petrol na akakuwa set on fire, sparking public outrage and leading the National Police Service to form a specialized investigative unit to handle intimate partner violence na domestic disputes. The protests highlight a severe human rights crisis backed by troubling national statistics from the independent and government bodies. According to the Femicide Report 2025 by the Henrik Ball Staffing, at least 220 women and girls were killed in Kenya last year alone, with over 2/3 of those crimes occurring in private homes. Furthermore, data ambayo imekuwa collected from the government's technical working group on femicide and the Africa Data Hub, it may reveal that 77% of these killings are committed by individuals known to the victim, with husbands and intimate partners accounting for the vast majority of perpetrators. With organizations like FIDA Kenya currently receiving roughly 70 gender-based violence cases every week, demonstrators will make it clear that public silence is no longer an option. ndio duality ya life. Kuna watu pale Wajir ni kucelebrate, wana celebrate. Alafu kuna watu hapa Nairobi ni kuprotest, wana protest. Because ni life, ni kugumu in sometimes, saa zingine wengine wana celebrate. But definitely something must be done. Now, police in Bomet East Sub-County are holding a 51-year-old man identified as William Kipkirui Sitonik for allegedly defiling 2 minors at Murany in Kembu Ward. Bomet East Sub-County Police Commander Michael Singer confirmed the arrest, stating that the 2 minors, aged 6 and 10, were returning home from school for lunch when the suspect grabbed them and defiled them in a maize farm. The police chief noted with concern that cases of defilement are currently high within the Bomet East region. However, the police boss issued a stern warning to perpetrators, assuring the public that the police service will take firm action and curtail the vice and ensure justice is served. I mean, no wonder the protests were warranted on such a day because tafadhali tuwe na utu. Kama uko hapo unanisikiza na unajua mtu hana utu, do something please. Usikubali the next person ambaye anaumizwa, akue angeweza kuokolewa na wewe uko hapo. And also you perpetrators, tafuteni utu kama mnataka utu pia. The Bungoma County Referral Hospital faced a critical blood shortage, creating a severe crisis ambayo directly threaten the lives of patients in need of medical transfusions. The referral facility require at least 1,400 pints of blood, Hey! Leo ni kama, okay. 1,400 pints of blood every single month to effectively meet patient needs. But the blood bank is currently running dangerously low, according to Dr. Thomas Wekesa, the Bungoma County Blood Transfusion Services Coordinator. Speaking during a mobilized blood donation drive, Bungoma County Assembly Clerk Charles Wafula and Deputy Speaker Stephen Wamalwa strongly emphasized that blood remains an irreplaceable lifeline for patients. The regional leader urgently appealed to local residents to respond quickly to donation drives, noting that the public cooperation is what is vital to restock the bank and to save lives. 16 lives as a...
Blood donation matters in the most immediate and personal way. Every day in our hospitals, accident victims, mothers facing complications in childbirth, children battling anemia, and patients undergoing cancer treatment depend on the availability of safe blood. Yet the greatest challenge we face is the absence of blood when it is urgently needed.
Every month we are falling short by nearly 900 units of blood. Think about what that shortage means in practice.
Katika kaunti ya Bungoma tunahitaji damu find kama 1,400. Hiyo ndio damu inahitajika kushughulikia mahitaji ya wagonjwa Bungoma. Lakini kwa wakati huu tunapata kusanya kiwango kama 1,000. Sasa tuko na upungufu kama wa find 400 hivi.
Na pale Nandi County, the security team led by County Commissioner Wilberforce Kilonzo, in partnership with education stakeholders, has initiated a comprehensive safety audit of all boarding schools in the county. Scheduled to kick off this Wednesday, the multi-agency inspection programs in an aim to establish preemptive measures to handle emergencies that could endanger students' lives during a prayer service for Form 4 candidates. Commissioner Kilonzo emphasized that student safety it must be made an absolute priority. pointing to the recent tragedy at Utumishi Girls Secondary School, where a dormitory fire killed 16 students and injured several others. National Assembly Education Committee Chairman Julius Meli echoed these safety concerns, stressing the critical need for close collaborations between parents, teachers, and students. Meli noted that such multi-stakeholder cooperation is vital in tackling student indiscipline, which has been directly linked to recent waves of school arson. The inspection team plans to enforce strict compliance with government safety guidelines to prevent and mitigate any future school fires across the country.
Mimi pamoja na kamati yangu ya usalama tumewasiliana na ofisi ya director wa elimu, na tayari walimu wakuu leo walikuwa kule Kapsabet kwa masomo fulani, na tulikubaliana na director awaeleze kwamba wahakikishe kwamba ile safety manual imekuwa implemented katika shule zao. Na kwa vile binadamu mara nyingi akiachiwa jambo bila monitoring huwa analegea, tumekubaliana na county director pamoja na kamati yangu ya usalama kwamba kuanzia Wednesday next week, mimi na kamati yangu na Ministry of Education officials tutazunguka kwa hizo shule zote za mabweni kuhakikisha kwamba kila shule imetimiza yale mahitaji ambayo yanahitajika kuhusu safety ya dormitories na mambo mengine katika shule zao.
Kama kweli preliminary information inaonyesha kwamba ni wanafunzi wenyewe ndio walianza hiyo moto, it is time, it's a wake up call to all parents, to all institutions, tujue ni watoto wa aina gani tuko katika mashule zetu, tuwaongeleshe ili janga kama hiyo inaweza kuepukika. Haikuwa janga la stima vile wanasema. Sasa nataka niombe tu wazazi, walimu na kila mtu katika Jamhuri ya Kenya, let us be your brother's keeper. Alafu mashule zetu iwe mahali pazuri ya watoto wetu.
Watu wa kanisa tuombe watoto wetu, kwa sababu kama kuna shida tusitumie vitu kama moto kuchoma shule, kwa sababu hiyo moto ambaye ilichoma shule tumepoteza sasa watoto 16.
And to the final story, the lack of sanitary towels among school girls imekuwa cited as a primary driver behind the rising cases of teenage pregnancies in Kwale County. Hii crisis imeacha wasichana wengi vulnerable, facing immense challenges that severely disrupts their education and overall future prospects. Our Kwale correspondent, Bravian Simiu, reports that this ongoing shortage has heavily contributed to current statistics, which show that teenagers account for 16% of all recorded pregnancy cases in the county. Stakeholders are now being urgently called upon to intervene and provide a permanent solution to safeguard the young girls na kucombat hii crisis.
Zetu ziko 16 zile mimba za mapema na Samburu iko katika 16 asilimia. So tukaona ni vizuri tukaweze tukahamasishe jamii, kwa sababu masuala haya yanachangiwa na mambo mengi sana. Mara nyingi kukosa kipato inaweza changia hizo takwimu zikakuwa juu.
Ningeomba sana if the government can collaborate with the NGOs like AHF kwa kufanya shughuli kama hizi, kuadhimisha siku kama hizi na kuprovide those services not only in the urban areas but also in the rural areas.
Wakati mwingine unapata wasichana wetu wanahangaika, wamefika siku zao za mwezi, mtoto amekuja shule, amekalia desk, wakati mwingine anashindwa kuinuka kwa sababu tayari amejichafua.
And of course, siwezi funga Monday bila ku-acknowledge Arsenal yo. I'm sorry Arsenal yo. Inasemekana hata kesho ama kesho kutwa zingekuwa holiday. Actually, the whole of this week ingekuwa holiday kama Arsenal wangeshinda. I'm not being a hater. I am just not a lover of Arsenal. But congratulations to PSG. Arsenal, at least you are Premier League winners, so kudos to you for that. Lakini kama champions of Europe itabidi mumengoja kidogo. Tutajaribu tena next season ama vipi? But kufika finali, it was no small feat, lakini your feet were too small to finish the race. Wacha nifurahi jisijike, ningekuwa nikilia, ningeingia wakiwa wameshinda. Thank you very much for joining us today. Tupatane kesho. And kama vile tunasema hapa, simkai poa.